Right, I've just recorded part 2 and it turned out in about 12 minutes, so I've got to do it again. As a result, we're up my favourite hill again. Halfway up, so I'm sweating as usual, out of breath as usual. So I'll try and get to somewhere nice, a bit flatter section and I'll stop. What I'm going to cover in this section, I thought I'd cover about freelance work itself, because I hear a lot of myths, a lot of truth about it. So we're going to stand by this nice 5-bar gate. There you go. Lovely view, by the way. Doesn't show very well on here, but it is a fantastic view. Freelance, let's cover about it. People say it's great because you earn more money. Well, in theory, yeah, you have the ability to possibly earn more money, possibly earn a lot of money actually, but that's in theory, alright? If you're living in LA, you've worked for maybe 5-10 years in the industry, along with, you know, people who know you very well, that you've went to school with, whatever, yeah, they're probably going to give you a lot of overflow work. If you live in a rural area like I am, then you're going to, you know, have it a bit more difficult. You can work when you like is another one. In theory, yeah. If you're single, you can, yeah. If you have a child like I have, you know, Kane's what, 2 years 8 months, 2 years 9 months, one of the two. It's not as easy, because if anybody's ever tried to work with a kid that's, you know, doing in the middle of terrible twos, you know, it's virtually impossible. Not impossible, because I've done it. So I've got two choices. I either work upstairs in the workroom, which is not my favourite place actually. I know it sounds a bit strange. The workroom isn't the favourite place for working in. I usually prefer to work on night in the early hours, downstairs in the main room, because it's more comfortable. It's near. It's got the most important thing of all. Right, people always think I'm taking the piss of this. Ask Glenn, Southern, ask Taryn. They both tell you the same thing. Everybody will tell you the same thing. Make sure you're as close as possible to a kitchen and or a kettle, right? Because you're going to make lots of cups of coffee. That's why I like working downstairs, right? Don't have to come downstairs, up and downstairs every half hour or so. You get to work on a wide variety of projects. No, that is right. See, if I was working for a big game firm like bloody EA Games or whatever, right? I'd get a project and they'd say, right, you're working on this for the next 2 years of your life, right? And it might be something I hate. You imagine working on something like Sims all day, every day, you know what I mean, for 2 years. Soul destroying stuff. You can't even fool yourself into thinking that's art, can you? You know, majority of stuff you do as a freelance isn't art. You know, it's just models that's needed. It's a production line stuff. It's all the industry is, really. You know. Sorry to break it to the young ones, but it's if you want to be the next Michelangelo, then you're in the wrong game, unless things change around us significantly. So I get to work on all sorts of stuff. I don't always tell people what I'm working on. One, because I get enough shit as it is without aggravating people any further. Two, to be honest, I don't want the guys in the UK to know what I'm working on in case they suddenly start nicking my work, right? I'm not an idiot, I'm a businessman. And also, I don't think it's got much bearing on things. Some of it's not very interesting stuff, you know what I mean? Like if I were to make a bloody, you know, something for a museum or something, a 3D replica of something they've got on display, then yeah, it might be interesting to me because I like history. Everybody else might, you know, it's like watching paint dry, sure, I've made this really cool door. Yeah, right. So what else is there? The money, well, I've covered the money. The tool of the money is, right, if you're working for a firm, you get paid every week, right? Get some holidays, do what you like basically. When you're working for yourself, there's no such thing as an off day. Even when you're not working, you're working up there, right? You plan stuff, you might have accounts to do, you've got to do books, if there's any legal stuff, you might have to do that, you know, it's not easy. You've got the boring shit to do, like I touched on in, was it the last Waynecast or something? I was in one of the bootcasts, anyway, but it's not, you know, all bed of roses. You don't just get there doing what you want all day. Doesn't mean, of course, that if you're a parent, say a Kane's ill, you can just say, right, I'll take, you know, I'll work a couple of days all the way through the night, pull a couple of 20-hour shifts, get a lot of stuff out of the way, and that can take a few days off to help, you know, look after kin. Great. If you're working for a firm, bit less easy to sort out, you know. So yeah, it's got a plus points. Negative points, you're always chasing your own bleeding tail. Now I've just got a contract coming. It'll learn me, see, again, broke the law again. I didn't cover this before, right? In England, before I go on any further, it's illegal to do that, right? Because they reckon, now they've brought in these laws that are worse than the anti-smoking laws in Nazi Germany. These actually, look into it. You're not supposed to throw a cigarette end on the floor, right? Anyway, you're supposed to use an ashtray. Wake up call, right? Just in case anybody's thinking of sending this to this YouTube video to the police or anything. Right, look, this is a 360. I'm in the middle of the frigging countryside. If you can find an ashtray, I will gladly use one, right? But I'm not going to walk around with a pocket full of cigarette ends for anybody, right? Got that out of the way, lovely. So, I've just got to run this contract in. That's going to pay very well, right? For a few months. But, does that mean I'm going to go out of my way? Sorry for doing this, I'm going to screw the top off the bottle. Does that mean I'm going to, I can't see you now, go out and spend it and, you know, have a great time? No. I'll tell you why. Unlike when you're working for somebody else, you have no job security, right? For all I know, I could go to the top of this hill up here and get run over by a truck. End up quadriplegic for the rest of my life, right? Not a very pleasant thought, but it's true. Could go to the doctors in a week's time, you might tell me my liver's about to pack up in a year's time, and all of a sudden you got wordless. You don't know what's got around the corner. You also don't know if there's any more work. Now I don't care how long you've been in the industry, there's always a time when there's no work. Now normally, this time of the year, up till about April, is like the graveyard season, right? There's not usually a hell of a lot of work about, which is why I've been so amazed this year that there is, and also, if I'm honest, a little bit disappointed because it means I can't sit and do what I want. Just sort of check the time there. I've got to do sort of work and stuff. It bodes well, yeah, but I don't know whether I'm going to hit the end of this next contract and then bang, everything's dead. You know, so you can't go out and spend all the money. In fact, you've actually got to live more frugally than if you were earning less money, because it's not as regular. I hope that makes some sense. You've also got to be good with your finances and stuff like that. Now, I'm not the world's best for finances, but luckily my brother is a mathematician and a financial genius, right? He won't like me saying that, but he is. So I know he's hand stuff to Simon and say, there you go, sort it out, I'll buy you a couple of pints. We don't actually drink, but I'll buy him a couple of Doctor Who DVDs or something, right? You know, he's my brother, you know, he helps us out, and I help him out. Normally by fixing the computers that he doesn't know how to look after. It's mad, isn't it? Hands of an artist, and I end up taking the tops off PCs. Although to be fair, I did start out, you know, making and repairing PCs. So one of the things I did not too many years ago. So yeah, it's freelance isn't the bed of roses. It can be great. It really can be wondrous. I've had 2 inquiries in the last week and a half alone about different TV related projects, which is great. You know, the best bit is they're both for things that I watch regularly. To me, that's cool. Other people might say, oh no man, it's just like so and so. You think, ah yeah, but it's what I like. And I've said before, I work for me. When I do the art, the relaxation stuff, I don't put as much into it, more often than not, because it's only for relaxation. I'm not going to beat myself over the head with a stick about it, right? That's basically the way I treat it. It doesn't get as detailed, it often doesn't get you know, with as much care. Because it's only for me. I do things because I enjoy them. And the same with projects. If I do something, you know, such as these ones, should all go well, and I can find the time, then I'm doing it for me, really. Which is, you know, it's great. Like, let's check this thing again. Right, time to wind up. I was going to do a third one, but the second one of these turned out longer than expected. So I'll catch you all next time, when I'll be approaching the end of my holiday time. I don't know whether you can see this, but it just started to bloody snow. I'm going to get very wet and very cold. I'll catch you all next time. See ya.